All right, welcome back into ARC Southeast Texas this morning. We have got Beaumont Mayor Roy West joining us to discuss not just all of the propositions that are going to appear on the ballot come this November, because there are a lot is going into it too. And this is the first time in over 40 years that Beaumont residents are going to be kind of put to the question of what they want and what they want to see.
And I will say that is what I'm most excited about, is just the mere fact that our residents have a voice, they have a vote in these items. And these are items that have been talked about for years. And they're through our general fund, many of these we wouldn't be able to achieve. So this is an opportunity for the city to get these in a much quicker time frame, and it is up to the residents. So this began with getting an advisory committee of 17 residents here in Beaumont to go through the different possibilities for this bond and to help group them together. So this was a multi-month situation process, as well as inviting the public to participate. So I realize that, like with many things, there's people don't always agree on everything, but that is why you have the opportunity to vote on this. And as the mayor and as the city, our job is to educate you on these different propositions. And I see that they're showing them on the screen right now. We're going to have several meetings open to the public.
Yeah.
One in each ward, as well as a citywide. And you can certainly go to one in another ward as well. And these will be live streamed as well. We're going to be doing things on social media as well as our website, and grateful for y'all to have us on to be able to share it here as well.
Yeah, well, we're happy to do it, because I know there are a lot of questions. You got a lot of residents wanting to know what's going in, because there's a lot that's going into this bond too. And Arthur, if you don't mind, can we go back to Proposition A? Something unique that you guys are doing and voted on was decided to break it all up, so that way folks can have a voice on very specific things. You don't have to vote for all of it and say yes to all of it. You can kind of pick and choose what you think the city needs. So walk us through a little bit what each proposition will entail.
Well, there's a need for more sidewalks in our city, and the citywide sidewalk initiative would begin with a study, a master plan for our sidewalks. And clearly we don't have enough sidewalks, and sidewalks are very expensive. So where we can spend that money and use it best. We do build sidewalks, but we're not able to build at the rate that we would like, and also we would like a study to help us know which direction we should be going in. Certainly we hear from residents on where they believe, and we listen to that, but also we need studies to reflect that. So one important aspect of the bond is, when we look at this, we also have to realize things that we aren't going to be able to budget for in the next 3 years, because if the bond was to fail, we can't do that project for 3 years. That's part of the state law. So sometimes people ask, well, why wasn't this put in there? It's because we have the funds for that, and we wouldn't want to have to push it down for 3 years. So also in there were street improvements, and if you go to the website, it lists the specific streets. On the drainage improvement, we also list the specific drainage improvements. So we have to follow the bonds as they are written, and they are a lot more detailed than they're seeing on the screen. And you can go to BeaumontBonds.com or the City of Beaumont website to get more information, or come to the meetings that we're going to be having, or because we want you to be informed. And sometimes, I know my position is, we have the privilege to help get your voice out there, but we're not going to be able to reflect what everybody's saying at one time. But when you go to the polls, you get your opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of why we always push you guys to go out and vote too, because
absolutely,
the sidewalks is a good point. Jim over here can be real loud and vocal that he'd
Sure.
like sidewalks, but then also Sally just is a little more quiet. So that was Proposition A. If we could real quick, if you'll just give me like a quick little,
Sure.
what's in Prop B, C, D, and E?
And if they brought it up, that'd
Yeah.
be good. But Prop B is facilities and public safety, the Animal Care Services and Adoption Center, Fire Station number 4, a new police headquarters and operations facilities, and improvements for the current one until it get built. 2 different multi-purpose centers, one community-wide that would be larger, and then one in the Alice Keith Park area where we also received a grant from the state for a couple of $1 million towards that. And then some public safety and technology improvements. And, you know, we have certainly made great strides with our real-time crime center, but there's some infrastructure that we would like to add quicker than it would take in regular time frame.
All right, then we got Proposition C.
Yes, and that's parks and trails and recreation. And certainly quality of life is very important to all of us, and it's important to other cities. So this involves playground equipment, different park improvements, renovation to park restrooms, and major upgrades to Terrell Park, and also the athletic complex field conversions, which would be for 3 fields out at field number 4. And again, the website's going to be able, and with this, the cost as well as the breakdown to the work is in there, and what the cost means to property owners is also shown with each proposition. So each of these different propositions you get to vote on individually.
Gotcha. Very important, kind of gives you your voice, and that way you can pick and choose too. So you mentioned there is so much that goes into it too. So there's plenty of opportunities to go out, and that way you can learn more and also go online. I know we're kind of showing you just a little,
right.
The umbrella,
there are
yes.
2 more propositions. Proposition D, which is a riverfront park extension, which our riverfront park has opened, but we would like to get better access to it and make it have more activities down there. And you can see some renderings of items that we think could be appropriate for that. Sure. And then Proposition E is the Point Parkway North extension, which would extend Point Parkway, which crosses Northwest Parkway over to Major Drive, which would provide another artillery, I can't say that word, that would take some traffic off 69 as well as Dallin Road and Major Drive. So it would help with that. And, you know, certainly we want people to ask all the questions. The costs are associated, the monthly impact to your mortgage or your property taxes, if you're a business, is associated with it. We also have a calculator online to put in your property value to tell you specifically, because that's based on an average value of $154,000. And again, I know we have limited time, but I appreciate y'all providing this opportunity, and I suggest that people follow the City of Beaumont as well as go to the website for more information and meeting times and to be able to ask questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, go out, use your voice, ask questions so you can figure out what you want to vote for come the November election. So we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us and break it down a little. I'm sure we'll talk again before November.
Absolutely. So. Thank you very much.
All right. Still to come this morning, City of Nederland is looking into major renovations to its sewer system. We'll have our accountable report next.